Hello guys and welcome to another episode of the Breeze and Bants podcast. Today myself Jamie and with me we have Josh. Just want to say Happy New Year to everyone. And yeah, it's good to be back. We haven't done one in probably 2 or 3 months, way before November.
We've had a lot of shit going on.
We've had
Vic has come with a fire today. His intro was like, he's thinking about this the whole way here, 40 minutes, like, what am I going to say?
I'm just going to be quiet for the rest and Josh is just going to take over. But no, it's good to be back. Hopefully we're going to be consistent with it until Josh fucks off to America. Because this is one of his...
Fuck yeah.
One of his excuses why he's been on the back burner. It's him. It's never me. It's always him. I've been fucking keen as fuck every day to come and do this. Super keen, super lean, and super mean.
Something like that. Apparently that's him, whereas I'm just a lazy fuck who does nothing. Apparently so, you know. So it's been a while.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. It's been a while, but we've had a lot gone on, really. It's been we'll try to keep it upbeat as possible, but in a nutshell, just to explain why we haven't done it. Obviously, we've had Christmas, New Year's, all that sort of shit. Bicker's got a family bigger than like the fucking Epsteins, and and so yeah, he's busy with all that sort of stuff. And then we did lose a family member because my nan, which was hard. Which I think something we'll probably talk about is like how to deal with like grief and shit as well, because it's like fucking like I felt like we both dealt with it like super differently.
Yeah.
Like I sort of like shelved myself away and anyway. So that's happened, and then it's just been a fucking crazy few months in general for like life, the world, and like what's been going down. Like it's fucking crazy. So this is a bit impromptu. Like we planned to do it, but we didn't plan like a conversation.
Yeah,
so
we just thought we'd roll out with what we
roll with the punches.
Yeah.
But in all fairness, I also think that's probably the better way to do it as well, because there's
just to get back into
enough happens in this fucking shit crazy life for us to not need to actually like plan stuff anymore. So like for an example, things that I'll probably talk about today are you've got the American election, who won that, because we didn't really get through that.
No.
Big up Trump. And then you've got things like the California fires at the minute. You've got the grooming scandal in the UK. You've got a Labour Party that you can't put anything on Facebook because you'll get arrested. Like so much shit is like, that's just political as well as like other stuff that's gone on in life and stuff, which has been crazy. So yeah, I mean, fuck.
and an American visa apparently allegedly takes 4 years. So
wow, yeah. Well,
to be fair, I did see the booklet a minute ago. It's like the yellow pages.
So we've got like over 400 pages
and
to
to
apply
be
for
fair,
visa.
it's breaking news in the James household as well. I've got shorts on. He's got the heating on. Big up the heating. He's rich, baby. He's rich. We're back, baby.
I've sort of gone, fuck it. I'll just put it on max until I move away, and then they can try chase me in another country. Fuck it. SSE, knock on my door. Fuck it. No. So yeah, it's been fucking a lot's gone on as well. Like it was Grayson's first not first Christmas, but first one where he's like understanding it, so we were trying to make that as good as possible. And then the whole visa situation, like, and it's like stupid stuff I have to worry about now. Like if I go out and I like even I'm scared to like get caught speeding or anything like that, because it goes on my record.
Effect,
like, so I can't do shit. So like basically now is that if you don't like me, this is the best chance to punch me in the face, because I will not retaliate. I'm scared of getting a criminal record.
Wait until this podcast is over.
Start of Christmas though, how was it? What did you...
It was alright, to be fair. It wasn't too bad, like, considering. Just because of the whole losing my mum, the situation. It was, I don't know, it was...
different.
Very different. The best
it just felt
could be.
Half empty. Like, do you know what I'm... Like, that's how I felt. Like, everything felt like... Obviously, like, it was missing something. Yeah. And then, even though it's not much quieter, because as much as Nan said she didn't talk a lot, but
she was asleep. No, but it's the presence.
It feels quiet, doesn't it?
It's just the presence, really.
Yeah, it feels fucking quiet.
So, yeah, it was very strange. Like, the whole process, to be fair, from losing her in November, it was the whole process. Like, the way that I dealt with it is... Like, because I was always been like a mummy's boy. Like, my mum's
golden
my
boy
world,
well.
yeah. My mum's my world, like. But all my attention, like straight away, like went to my dad. It was like really strange. Like, so like my focus now is like making sure he's okay. Like, what does he want to do with like, what does he want to achieve that I can help him achieve? Like, there's stuff that he wants to achieve this year that I want to help him do that. Like, there's stuff around the house, and yeah, it's just all. I feel like all my attention's gone to him. Like the dog, checking up on the dog every day when he's working and stuff like that. It's just mad shit. And Jesus Christ, one thing that I want to say is if you have you've lost a loved one or something, or I don't know, you got a loved one that's dying, because basically my mum passed away of like COPD.
It was sudden, very sudden, within 2 days.
Yeah, it was really weird. But I do want to say, like, if you, it's an awkward conversation to have, but definitely speak with, like, if your parents are like getting on and out of it, it's an awkward conversation to have, but planning their funeral, because it's one of their things where my mum didn't have like anything,
there was no arrangement,
and
it was
so
fucking,
it was all like, oh, did she want this,
so
did she want that,
well.
like, but we didn't really know what she wanted either, which was quite hard, because
you feel like you're doing a disservice as well. Like,
because it's like, did she want that, did she not want that, like, there was things probably she wouldn't have liked about it, but there's things she probably would have loved about it. But we done it to the best possible. But not also that, the cost of a funeral is fucking insane.
Yeah.
Like, if you ain't got 5 bags, like, just lying around, you're fucked.
Yeah.
You're fucked. You're literally going to have the simplest, shittest funeral.
And none of us had 5 bags lying around either.
No.
So there was a bin bag.
Yeah. Yeah. I might have had something in my wallet, but fucking.
But nah.
But yeah, like, it was. Yeah, it's just fucking like that. Definitely, if you do, like, that is my advice to people. If you do have a loved one that's getting on, definitely try and get them to have a pre-planned funeral put in place,
or just get an idea at least.
We'll get an idea, because it is fucking expensive.
Because we, in reality, we didn't. We thought Nan had loads of time left.
Yeah,
like, loads.
Yeah. I thought my dad
was
was
so fit and like.
Yeah, I thought my dad would be gone first.
You know, and so we didn't even have the conversation because we didn't think we were anywhere near needing to.
No.
Really, I mean, it's fucking crazy, and like the whole thing, like, see, I've handled it a bit different because I've found like. You're putting all your effort into Grandad, whereas with me, I'm like, I sort of felt like the best thing for me to do is take a step back because I don't want him to feel like everyone's mollycoddling him. Do you know what I mean? Because I always feel like when I see him now, I'm like, I feel like in the back of his head, he's like, oh, he's just here because he feels like he needs to be or whatever. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, so that's where like I come from in that sense. But like the whole process was fucking, it was hard, man.
Yeah, it was.
And the funeral thing's massive, but also it's like, you really need to, I found anyway, like, I tried to take the role of, like, being strong for other people. Like, because, like, you know, my mum didn't deal with it very well. Like, you don't expect her to.
But, people deal with it very differently.
So I was trying to be, like, the strong person and so on.
Because, it can send people off the fucking rails. Like,
yeah, exactly. And I, like, you know, I thought my sort of way of dealing with it is like when I'm in the car. If I'm driving to work or from work, I got like 3 hours to deal with shit. So that's where I deal with
it's
my like
just
stuff.
About being present, really, as well. Like making sure you're there and present. Like,
yeah. So like, obviously, I live like furthest away. So like, I just text Grandad like every other day and just make sure he's like good, whatever. And I always ask like if he needs anything. But also like for me as well, when I go over, it's like. There's 2 ways I go over. I either go over with Lena and Grace, in which then I feel like a bit of a burden, or the other way is stopping in from work. But then because I've got to take that as my lunch break, I've got half hour, and I don't want it like in and out. Do you know what I mean? Because I feel bad for it being in and out. So it's like finding the balance in between. That's like super hard. But like you support people in different ways as well. Like. Obviously, it's shit at the minute because I'm going to America as well. I feel like this has just happened and I'm dipping.
I'm bouncing.
Like, you know, and it's fucking like shit. But
then it does put life into perspective. Life is so fucking short.
100%.
It really is. Like,
that made me want to go more, in a sense.
Yeah, because like now, today it's the 12th of January already. Like.
And like I'm 30.
New Year's Eve.
I'm 30 this month. Like I'm not getting it.
Yeah.
You know, you don't get any younger, and you realise
know.
that time goes faster.
But
as
like
you
when
get
you
older.
hit 30, it goes even quicker. Like,
Well, this is the thing. So I was thinking about this the other day. I don't know if I said it before, but I feel like the reason time like feels like it's going faster is because you've got more time to look on. So, like for an example, if you've got like, if you sit in a car for an hour, it feels like forever. But if you sit in a car for an hour every day, it feels quicker.
yeah.
And it's just because you've done it more and more. So
Yeah.
each year you've done another year. So that's a lower percentage of your life, so it feels faster.
Yeah. Because obviously I do a lot of travelling with work, and like 3 hours, that's just.
That's what I
That's
said about
light-
going
light-
to America as well. Like,
light work. Really.
well, this is the thing. So, like, everyone's in America. Like, in America, it's like, oh, we've got, like, say you want to go to fucking just halfway across Tennessee. It's like a 4-hour drive.
Yeah, man.
And everyone else is like, oh, that's so long. And I'm like, cheers, easy.
Yeah.
Eat nice
It
and
is,
easy.
yeah.
You know, so it's kind of handy in that sense.
But yeah.
So, that was heavy. My Christmas was very similar, but it was nice to have, like, Grayson, like,
Because he's old.
understands
now,
it a
yeah.
little bit more now, which
Yeah,
is
and he's out and about. And
he's like playing with shit, and like because his toys used to just be like the item, not what it did.
yeah.
You know, it was like, oh, this is a fire truck, cool, let's pick it up, throw it on the floor and leave it. Whereas now he'll turn it on, the lights will go on, and he'll fuck around with his robot.
Also made me go bankrupt as well.
Fuck off. Here we go. So basically, this is what happened, right? Let's get this straight. I want to straighten this out right now. Let's fucking do this, right? This cunt, no, his missus texts my missus saying, what does Grayson want for Christmas? And we said, we're not doing presents because we're not getting anything for your kids, which we've discussed and gone through. His missus
orders it there and then. I'm like,
orders
what?
wellies and like a onesie
thing,
there and then at that point without telling him.
Yeah, I was like, fuck that little bastard. He can fucking do one. He can, that little fucker can choke on some chocolates. Fuck yeah. Fuck that kid. So yeah, it stopped my son getting a fucking a VR headset.
She's ordered it and he's messaged me like, you can't get a VR headset now.
So yeah, bankrupted me.
What was the best thing you got? Did you get anything?
No,
Did you actually not get anything?
No.
Blowjob, nothing.
No, cheeky finger, maybe, but no.
Oh, fuck.
No. Well,
You have got like 5 kids.
When you got 5 kids, you can't. It's not even about me anymore. Like,
yeah, I found that like we still did each other a little bit, like, but it was all about him. Like so even like opening our presents, we didn't do it when he was like. We did it before he woke up because we wanted to make like the whole thing about him.
Right.
Like so, because I'm like a kid, I still wake up at like 6 a.m. on Christmas, bro. Like, I woke up and went to the gym because I was awake so long before everybody. I was like, what do I do? And I was like staring at the presents. I was like, well, it is Christmas Day. I was about to start opening them. So I said, no, I better go gym. So I did. I went to the gym. Yeah. New Year's resolutions.
I got to shift somewhere. I've fucking put on a lot of weight, and I feel heavy. I feel shit. Obviously, last year I got down to 94 kilos. Weighed like I started last week, and I was about 108.3, and that's fucking heavy. I stepped on the scales. It was like 17 stone. I was like, nah, that chabby's not happening. No, we're not going down this route anymore. I was like, fuck that. So yeah, I'm actually currently 18. No.
Currently 22 stone.
But yeah, I do want to lose weight. There's like the stuff with my dad that I want to do. I want to go on holiday this year with the kids.
Abroad or
Not fucking abroad.
Imagine taking all of them on the
take
plane.
out about fucking.
You'd have to put them
Carla
in the
wouldn't allow it.
They'd be in the kennels under the plane.
I have to turn into fucking Fred West.
It'd be like fucking Home Alone. You have to leave one of them.
Kevin's not here. Kevin's not here. But no, that is like cheeky, like a long weekend away, a couple of long weekends away, and just doing more shit. Like instead of like dwelling in a house with like 700 kids, go and actually do some shit, even if it's going out for walking. Like yesterday, we went to the play area.
It's just
and
the shit weather for it, though.
It
Isn't
is, but so that's why we went to like the play areas and stuff like that yesterday, and yeah. But to be honest, I just don't know. Just want to lose some weight. I like to get down to 95 kilos again because I felt good at that weight, and then yeah, I don't know, maybe readjust the goals as we go along. What about you?
Well, I'm 90 kilos right now.
Okay.
So I put on 4 kilos, which was sweet, easy. I can put on 4 kilos and lose that pretty quick. So.
Hang on, when we was going to the gym, you was at 82 kilos. So that says to me 8 kilos from a year ago.
Oh yeah,
So,
but like no, like the last time I weighed myself before like re-weighing myself. So like,
okay, yeah.
like when I was last like jumped on the scales.
Yeah.
Because like I go through stages where I'm like dead hot on the gym, and then I stop for like a month, and then I get dead hot on it, which is what I want to try and cut out.
And that's what you need to try and like keep that just that consistency. But it's hard, like.
Because I go like when I'm into it, I go way too much, and then I like fuck myself.
You
like
just burn yourself out.
So the past 3 days, I've been fucking shattered, like to the point where I'm sat there on the sofa on my eyes, and I'm like, they look all red and like I've been punched. So she hit me here. No, so yeah, I want to try and sort of like be a bit more consistent with that. I don't really have a weight goal because I've never really like, as long as I'm around the 90 mark, I'm not going to worry about my weight. It's more just like how I like visibly look. Well, that's how I sort of count it. Because you can still be like my height, 90 kilos, and in like a good physical shape. It's like when you get like triple digits is where you like, if you can be in good like physical shape but still look a bit pudgy.
It all depends on like build and
exactly
height, that sort of shit as well.
So there's that. Obviously I want to try and be in America this year. And save money.
Because that's a massive goal, isn't it? Like just being in America.
Well, yeah, because like, so the plan is, I'd like
the money shit you was telling me, like how expensive that's.
Yeah, it's going to cost like $5,000 all in, and so saving money is like a massive thing. So we've got like, we're in a position now where like, now Christmas and all that's gone out the window.
Start digging up your mum again. Give me fucking money
oh, Jesus. So yeah, no, I want to like just save a bit, but because it's easier to save when it's cold because you don't like want to go out and do shit all the time. Like so, like
yeah, like today was I woke up and I was like, yeah. Well, actually, I woke up at 4 o'clock, like because of Jensen. He's been getting out like real early, so I was up with him at like 4 o'clock, and I was by like 8:30, 9. I was fucked. I was just knackered, and I went to go back to bed, and I just couldn't sleep.
Yeah.
So I had a cheeky beat, and then I. A cheeky beat.
Angela White.
And then I was like, yeah, I'm not going back to sleep, so I just got my gym shit on, and here I am.
Yeah, I'm gonna go gym later. I like to go when he's asleep because, like, my problem is I always go in the morning. Like, oh, yeah, I'll get back before he wakes up. Sod's law. He wakes up literally as soon as I get out the door, and then I'll like rush it a little bit. So I'd rather like go when he's asleep, so I don't like rush the session. So yeah, going to America is massive. Save a bit of money. Try to put like £500 a month away. So then, like within, hopefully it takes 10 months to get over there. That's $5,000 minus like what we're taking out, and then we're going to sell everything. So you know, it should be pretty straightforward. And then once I'm there, I just got to wait for my work permit and should be good to go. Like worked out like finances for when we're there, and in theory, we should 10 months be able to buy a house. In theory, so that's cool. So yeah, getting to America and a little bit similar to yours, like doing more with Grayson, but like I find that at his age it's harder.
Yeah,
because like you can't just go for a walk because it's fucking freezing out. Okay, you go blue. So like obviously because I'm a massive worrier when it comes to being a dad. I'm a massive worrier, you know that. So like
2 months ago you used to have to go out to get warm, and now fucking. I
never used to put my heating on. I'd go make him sit in the car with the fucking heating on. Nah.
Couple of laps in the car, that's all. He's warm again.
No. So allegedly, yeah, child abuse. No. And then yeah, just focus more on like basic, like what I want to do with work is like focus more on having like certificated achievements.
Yeah.
So that I can take them with me, because like we've been doing like telecoms for 7 years now, right?
Yeah, mine's 6 years.
Yeah, so I've been nearly seven years. Yeah. So I've been doing telecoms for 7 years. I've got no qualifications out of that.
Yeah.
I just know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So when I go to like America, they accept like qualifications and stuff. So my like goal is to push
Yeah,
work this year.
I have got qualifications with that now.
Yeah.
In some things. Like
Yeah, but it's all like Tech courses and shit like that, right?
Armada,
Exactly.
Hikvision, CCT.
So,
yeah,
but they need like these like NCIS
Yeah.
or AU2, and I'm like, what the fuck's that?
RJ45.
So that's a big thing, and yeah, just being a bit more like going out for walks and stuff. Like now we've got him as like little backpacks he can walk with and shit. He can like go a little bit further. So just stuff like that, really. Teach him a little bit more about trying to get him like his speech a bit better and so on. So that's sort of my New Year's resolutions. Speaking of New Year's resolutions, this year's gonna be fucking crazy. Have you seen like just like general like what's going on?
Wow, it's just like New Year, from like New Year's Day, it was just like madness, because was it in America somebody fucking ran over like a ton of people?
So
and it's like, what the fuck were you eating?
And in Germany.
Like, what
it was
you
at like the
guys
New Year's
fucking
market,
eating?
wasn't it, or something?
You're just running over, like, what goes through your head to do that shit?
And the problem is with stuff like that as well, they never release the details, do they?
No.
They don't, because they don't want to cause anything, which is fair. But yeah, and then you got the matey boy who shot the head of like the health insurance place.
Oh, the assassin.
Yeah. So
that was because some family.
Because his mum was dying, and he like the insurance wouldn't cover her
No.
like thing, and it's like you pay medical insurance, and they're saying they won't cover this illness, and so he's like got a fucking punted one in the head, and everyone's like looking at him like a savior. It's fucking crazy. So that's like nuts, and then obviously we got Trump in power now, or not we, but soon to be
big
we.
up MAGA,
Yeah. So MAGA life, and Elon
Why
Musk.
have you got your MAGA hat on?
I haven't got one yet. I'm getting one. I will get one. I'll get one when I go. And then Elon Musk's like starting war on England as well.
Keir Starmer, that is fucking brilliant.
I love it. Like,
that
I'm
shit.
obsessed with Twitter at the minute. Like I can literally open my phone and something new that pisses me off is in my face. Andrew Tate running for Prime Minister. Have you seen that?
Did you also see? Was it that Ant Middleton? Did you?
Oh yeah, going for Mayor of London.
Mayor of London.
Yeah,
That would be fucking great.
it would. It just depends on how.
That would be so fucking good.
Depends on how real he is, though. Like
I
know he does
think
like
he's
SAS
a real,
dares
genuine
wins.
guy. I think he's as real as they come. Like he's surfing the country, and
Yeah, but he's also on TV. You got to take a little bit of that with it as well. He's on TV.
but he wasn't. He got
Yeah.
dashed
So.
off for that.
But no, the hit that'd be a good shout. We've got Andrew Tate leading the Bruv Party. Bruv Party. Have you seen his like consensus thing he's put out? It's pretty good actually. It's like a 10-minute video, and he's basically like, if you come into our country, fuck off, and like loads of shit. He's pretty like straight about it, but like I don't know, man. Like I do believe something like that will happen.
It's just
Within 10 years, I think that'll happen. Someone like him, because he's got the money, he's got the influence. Like, there's so many people who follow him will just go, oh, it's Andrew Tate, I'll vote for him. I've heard the name Andrew Tate, I'll vote for him.
well, look at Trump.
Yeah, exactly. People said Trump would never get in. Look at him, second
Arnie,
term.
Schwarzenegger,
yeah, California governor, wasn't he?
Governor
Yeah.
for California. It's just
So, yeah, I mean, it's just politics is fucking crazy at the minute. It's like, the whole, like, when you talk about simulation theory, it feels
Did
like...
I see something as well? Like some Labour. I want to say a Labour
got caught
with
yeah,
a 15-year-old
tried to beat
boy,
a 15-year-old boy. Yeah, it's like
and
this-
he was literally on TV like the other day, wasn't it? Or something.
Yeah, well,
like
these
that,
are all these
saying
people who are trying to
something
go
about
against
these grooming gangs.
So
Yeah,
what's
yeah,
happened
yeah,
is
yeah.
the whole grooming gang situation is there's a predominantly Pakistani Muslim men in Britain in 50 small cities and towns have been in a lot of grooming scandals. They call it grooming. It's rape. Like, let's just be like open and honest about it. There's rape scandals about predominantly Pakistani Muslim British men who have caused all these crimes, and it was overlooked because the British policing and government didn't want to be seen as racist. That's the best way I can say it, because I've seen Piers Morgan say it and it was still allowed on YouTube. So, you know. So, yeah, and then, so what they did is they did like a vote whether they want to do like a new investigation into it, because there was one done, but like...
And they said no, wasn't it?
Well,
Did they say no? Or?
Yeah, so like the first, there was one called the J Report, which was the original report on the whole grooming scandal. And Rotherham is like the biggest place for this. It's like the biggest one. It was mentioned once in like 800, 900 pages. The word Rotherham was mentioned once. So this is the thing. So that's why they want a new investigation into it, to go more deep into it, because it's been proven that a lot of it wasn't reported or taken on because they were scared to be called racist or Islamophobic.
I don't believe that as well. I don't believe that. I believe it's probably because they're in it as well.
Yeah,
that's what I believe.
But I also
100%.
Yeah, but not like the police officers and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Like
some people will.
Yeah,
You'll be
yeah.
fucking shocked.
So yeah, they've declined doing a new investigation into it. The Labour Party have, and they basically said to their party, in a nutshell, allegedly, if you go with it, you're against us. So fuck off.
Yeah.
So there's that, which is fucking like it's mental.
That's why
These are the reasons I want to leave.
Yeah, it's just better off not turning on the TV.
No.
Because of that shit.
But it's like I put on the news the other day.
It winds me up.
Because before I was watching the football, it had like the news on, and like now, like 4 months ago, if you said the name Tommy Robinson on any mainstream media, you'd have been kicked off. You'd have been done. Now, because he's in jail and Elon Musk has mentioned him, it's all resurfaced. Piers Morgan, every fucking uncensored thing now, he's talking about Tommy Robinson.
Right.
Like he's against him, agree with him, disagree with him, whatever you want to do. Whatever, but he's using it for so much clout. Like he was talking to someone in America and he was like going through the grooming scandal, da 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 da.
But that documentary, man, that he made was fucking nuts.
Yeah, well, this is the thing as well. It all got thrown out of court. The kids were apparently lying, and this is what Piers Morgan, because he believes the letter of the law, whatever. Believe what you want to believe. But this is also coming from somebody who got kicked out of his job because he said something about Meghan Markle, which turned out to be true, but because they didn't think it was. So he should be like more against the grain, like, but he's not. And obviously the reason being is because he wants to be on YouTube and all this sort of stuff. That's where his money comes, which is cool.
The bigger bosses pay him, isn't it?
But they just use, like, they're using it all for clout, and it's crazy. Like I say, you couldn't even say fucking Tommy Robinson's name, and now it's in every news, it's in every article. You got Reform talking about him, you got Labour talking about him, you got all of this shit talking about him, and it's like now it fits their narrative. Open the floodgates.
Because Elon's saying it all the time.
So open the floodgates. And listen, think what you may, but Elon Musk getting involved in British politics is probably a good thing because he's a fucking genius. Like, he's not a stupid guy. Everyone's like, you haven't looked into this, you haven't looked into that. The guy's probably the most smartest guy on the planet. Do you think he's not looked and got the receipts of what he's posting? Do you know what I mean? Like, they're like, oh, he doesn't know anything. I can guarantee you this guy has pretty much got an eidetic memory, would have read every transcript of every court case of everything he's looking into and taken his position on it. Like, so it's not through naivety or anything like that. But listen, think what you want about it. I mean, I'm just all for...
Yeah, I don't really look into
just reinvestigate it, innit? It's like...
all I know is it's fucking nuts and it's scary as fuck when you're bringing up kids in this country. That's all I know.
And that's why I want to go, because I do not want to bring my son up in this country. Simple as that. Like, generally, like knife crime. So I was looking at stats. Listen to this. So the closest city to where I'm going to be moving in Tennessee is Jackson, right? Jacksonville. Population's way bigger than Salisbury. Way bigger. It's America. They always are, right? So bigger city, bigger population. Their So in Jackson, if you could guess, in 2024... the amount of violent crime complaints or calls they got, which were actually actionable over the whole of 2024, what do you think it is?
Thousands.
Nope. 700. Now, take that exact same stat, and what was Salisbury?
Just Salisbury? Well, now you're making me think it's a lot higher because...
6,000.
Fucking hell.
Nearly 10 times more.
Jesus.
Nearly 10 times more. It's fucking crazy.
And Salisbury's not a big place.
Nah. That's nuts. Like, and that's like safety, and everyone's like, school shootings.
And that's only Salisbury. Fucking hell.
And
imagine, like, that's not even a big place. Like, it's tiny.
And it's like, everyone goes on about school shootings. It's like, okay, cool, but we looked into the stats of the school, like the closest school, what we'd send Grayson to. It's like, in 25 years, they've had 2 school shootings. But a school shooting can be anything from a shot being fired around the school or kids actually getting shot.
Ah, okay.
So this is the thing, like people think, oh, school shootings, every one of them's like someone going into a school and like gunning down loads of kids. But it's not. It can be a gun's shot on the premises, a gun's shot near the premises, someone's accidentally shot a gun, like, you know.
Yeah.
So it's not as bad as people make out. Like the knife crime in England's like 10 times worse. It's fucking crazy. People are getting stabbed daily. People are taking a shit in the middle of London on the streets. Like, but like literally, I've seen a video on Twitter. Some guys literally stood in the middle of the fucking walking across a road, stops in the middle of the road, just pisses and carries on walking. And we're like, these people are all coming like, it's so hard to say because it's like you sound like fucking racist or whatever. Look, it's not racist. This is a fact. There's people coming into the country illegally who don't follow the culture and are doing things in their culture, and it just doesn't seem fitting with our culture.
Yeah.
i.e. taking a piss in the middle of the streets in front of everybody. Like, what are you doing? I don't know if that's cultural or just like he's fucked up and mentally ill, but yeah, it's fucking nuts. But I am so glad also that woke mind virus is slowly declining. Like Trump getting elected has like kicked that shit.
Yeah, it's or even like all the crypto shit that went all mad because he got into power. I don't even know, is that still the case? I don't fucking know. I don't really look into.
I don't know.
I wish I got into crypto. I wish I got into that shit.
Such a regret of mine as well. Like,
in it, like,
because I'm the type of person who would have used it.
I know.
Like that would have been me. So I don't know why I wasn't back then.
You're normally like wanking over Warhammer and going like, oh yes, we got a book.
Did you see that new place that's over in Salisbury? It's like a pub for like a board game pub.
How is it?
Yeah, I want to go. Got any RuneScape? But no, like the whole woke shit's gone as well. Like a lot of the whole like women and men's sports, all that sort of stuff's really getting kicked to the curb now. Or men and women's sports, should I say? That's all getting kicked to the curb. Or the whole president of Canada. He's resigned.
Yeah, Trudeau, he's gone.
Good. He's a fucking loser as well. Gavin Newsom's soon to be gone, I reckon. The whole California wildfires.
The fire's gone. That's scary.
All this is so bad.
Because didn't he stop like water and
So
shit like that?
Trump said this when he was like running for president. He was like, "Look, the first thing I want to do is like one of the things I want to do is get more water into California." And the reason they weren't allowing these water things to be drained in California is because they wanted to save the fish. It's a minnow. It's this big. It's about 3 centimeters big. It's a minnow. And the reason they didn't want to do that is because it could affect the population of this fish. So now California is dry. All the fire hydrants, everything that the fire department we're going to use, empty. No water to fight these fires. But it's also quite coincidental, conspiracy theory time, how all the houses that are burnt down, Diddy's house, all the other little rich people over there. Like, listen, I know there's some like, for lack of a better term, normal people who have lost their homes, and it is tragic, and it is like really bad, but it just seems like there's a slight little agenda there to sort of.
Because I don't know if I read this right, but like people's insurance and shit getting cancelled.
Yes, but they're not pushing it. They're not pushing it. So I read up on that as well. So how the insurance works is essentially they were giving very menial reasons why it was being cancelled or not covered. But there's a few people who have kicked back on that and been like, nah. And they're like, okay, it's still insured. So what they've done is they've like sort of like tried to meticulously go to people and say, it's being cancelled or it's invalid because of this little reason. But if they would have called them up and been like, that's wrong, they'd have been like, okay. But it's like anything. It's like scam emails, right? But you send 1 million scam emails, 999 of them aren't gonna 999 fucking thousand or whatever are gonna be like ignore. But you're still gonna get that 1% who reply. You know, and that's why they do it, because it's just a numbers game. You know, it's like same as like doing a podcast. You release 300 episodes, it's gonna get more traction than 3 episodes.
Yeah,
it's just a numbers game, and they just got to hope that there's some thick fuckers who don't follow it up.
Yeah,
which is also a bit fucking skew. It's all fucking nuts, isn't it? And again, it's even if you look at like just like the price of everything rising and dipping, all because of like politics and shit. It's like, look at our taxes now. We've got the fucking food tax now, haven't we?
Don't know.
2% food tax.
Oh really?
On most groceries in most shops because of plastics.
Even though that thing that we watch on Netflix doesn't.
Yep.
What was that thing we watched on Netflix? That was
It was done with like the robot. It was weird, wasn't it? How they done it, but it was about like the plastics and like the recycling,
the Amazon and all this shit. Yeah.
Yeah, it was about fuck, what was it called? Really good watch though. Squid Games 2 is also a really good watch. If you couldn't get past
completed
it. Wrestling's now on Netflix.
Yeah.
I'm all about that. I've watched loads.
So yeah, I'm into the documentaries. I'm all about the documentaries. Watching a random documentary last night about meditation.
Any good? You meditated this morning?
No, I had a beat.
Some form of meditation. Oh, there's Joe Rogan with Mel Gibson. Did you see it?
On Spotify?
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
So Mel Gibson's basically gone out and said, I had 3 friends who had cancer. They were cured through this.
Ivermectin.
Exactly. And the government won't release it.
Won't release ivermectin?
Yeah, pretty much. They're like putting it off. Like, if you've got a cure for something, why are you not curing it? Like, if this is working for people, why is ivermectin not like...
Because it doesn't make money, does it? That's
I know,
exactly
it's
why.
fucking crazy though. It's so crazy.
It's a numbers game, Josh.
It is. It's all about numbers. It is all about numbers. So anyway, I forgot to do this at the start of the episode. What? Anything you want to just get rid of?
Not get rid of, but I'd like there to be more fucking bins in central London. Because it pisses me off.
There isn't actually a lot of bins, is there? When you think about it.
Like, I was working like in the Banks in like London, and there's like, I was looking for a bin, and there's none. There's literally none. So I was trying to launch the fucking rubbish back in my car and fucking drive around. So when you're saying people are pissing and shitting on the street, I can see because they can't shit in a bin.
There's no public toilets either, is there?
Nah.
Like, that's one thing that fucking... When I'm driving through and stuff, and you're like, even like the petrol stations, very little amount of them have toilets.
Nah.
And it's like, fuck me. It's like, fix that. A job pissed me off over Christmas. Right. I did out of hours work over Christmas. Do the bin men not have people who will do that? Because fuck me.
What?
We've missed 4 fucking bin collections, right? One because it was snowing, then because of New Year, and because of Christmas. So we've had 3 weeks of no recycling or fucking general waste getting collected up until this week. There's overflowing out there. It's fucking me off.
Yeah, but if you went onto your like council thing and said they've missed it, they would have come back and
No,
got it.
because it's not they've missed it. It was closed down.
Oh right.
Yeah, because of the weather. Then like New Year's and then
shit.
Christmas, they all fell on the days, and then they didn't notify us what days it was changing to. So I fucking missed it. So it's partly my fault, but at the same time, like, fucking send me a letter or something, you know, or an email, you bastards. No, not agreeing with that.
Yeah. Did I drop a little message? Where have you been?
That was rubbish.
Yeah.
So plans are with this as well. We got some guests coming on. We got some guests coming on, haven't we?
Hopefully
over the next week or two.
That would be a good little. That's what I want to
sort of the idea. So if you're listening to this and you want to come on here, just like message or email or something.
Got any interesting stories or just any give us a shout.
Go
We'll
from
be
there.
a bat.
Give us a shout. We'll be a bat. And I think this is going to be a shorter episode, and we are very close to finishing, I think.
Yeah. We probably missed some shit and be like,
I know, we'll get out of the room and be like, oh, fuck,
why
got to mention that. Got to mention that. But yeah, we are back, and this may be a bit like skew-iff and all over the place, but the idea is what we want to do now is start getting people in here with so we can go through their story and what they know and what they believe and all this stuff, which gives it more of a flow and structure. But yeah, call it there. That's a pod. Thank you for watching. Check us out on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, Podbean, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, basically anywhere you can find us. Leave a comment, share it, like it, subscribe to everything, whatever you can, review it, and give us a message if you've got any stories you want to go through or anything like that. Anything to say?
That's it. All
Peace,
good.
peace, gang, gang.